Hello and welcome to Radiant You Online Retreat. I'm your host, Elizabeth Foley. I'm an artist and a creativity coach. I help women overcome their creative blocks and get in touch with their inner creative spirit. We are joined today by Kyra Jewel Lingo. If you want to give a quick wave, Kyra, say hello.
Hi, everybody.
So I'm so excited to be joined today by Kyra. We are going to be doing some different experiences to tune into some body wisdom. I'm going to tell you all about that and more about Kyra Jewel in just a moment. But before we dive in, as usual, I want us to take some deep breaths together so that we can just all get really present and here in this moment. So I am going to invite you right now to just close your eyes with me and bring your attention to your breath. Just taking a moment to feel your breath as it's passing in and out of your body. And now taking a moment to notice anything that's been going on before this session, anything that's weighing on you or keeping you from being fully present. Let's take a deep breath in together. And as we exhale, just letting that go. And now noticing anything that's coming in the future, anything that's pulling you ahead of this moment. Let's take a deep breath in together. And as we exhale, just letting that go. Now let's take one more deep breath together, breathing in gratitude for this moment, right here, right now. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Right, so Kyra Jewel is a Dharma teacher and an ordained nun of 15 years. She has been published in numerous books and magazines, as well as edited Thich Nhat Hanh's Planting Seeds, Practicing Mindfulness with Children. She leads retreats internationally, offering mindfulness programs for educators, parents, and youth in schools, in addition to activists, people of color, artists and families, and individual spiritual mentoring. She also coaches people using InterPlay, which is a practice that we're going to be experiencing today during her session. She is coming to us today from Sri Lanka, and she's going to be leading us in this InterPlay practice and in a guided meditation. Be sure to have your Cosmic Smash book or a journal of some kind ready. You're going to be invited to do some journaling today. And so welcome, Kyra Jewel. It's great to have you here.
Thanks so much, Elizabeth. Thanks for having me.
So as we're diving in, I would love if you would just give us a little overview of what is InterPlay.
Sure. So I'm going to be weaving two strands of my life, of what I spend a lot of time doing. One is mindfulness, which is really a practice of being in the body, because in order to be mindful and aware, we need to be in the present moment, and the body is always in the present moment. The body is not in the past, not in the future. So when we're mindful, we're aware of what we're doing, and we exist as bodies. So our bodies are always where we can anchor ourselves to understand what's happening in the moment. It's where we can connect with our breath. It's where we can connect with body sensations, with our senses. So mindfulness is really a practice of being embodied and slowing down to connect with the experience of the body. When we're up in our minds, we often forget what's happening with our body, and we override really basic things like needing to go to the bathroom when we're sitting in the front of the computer for hours and hours, or forgetting that we need to eat. So with mindfulness, we don't forget, we don't ignore those signals, and we don't forget that we have a body. Sometimes we think we exist from the neck up, and we forget we actually have a body. So it helps us to slow down and to really feel the body and to go the speed of the body, because our culture has developed a speed that's actually not sustainable for our mammalian bodies, that we're asked to do so much information processing and, move here, move there, relate in all these really complex ways at such a speed that it's actually not how our bodies were evolved to handle information. So mindfulness helps us to pause and really feel and release that running, going from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, with no pause, with no reconnecting. So one way I like to speak about mindfulness is that it's a practice of coming back home to ourselves, and also this honoring of what our experience is. Really, mindfulness carries kindness within it. So when we pay attention, we also hold with gentleness, with care, what is there. So the other strand that I'll be offering you today is InterPlay, which comes from Cynthia Winton Henry and Phil Porter out of Oakland, ministers and dancers. It's been developed over the last 25 plus, almost 30 years. It's practiced all over the world. I talk about it as unlocking the wisdom of the body. It's a practice that helps us do that through improvisational forms of movement, voice, storytelling, silence, stillness, and community. And so it's practiced in many different places, like hospitals and schools and businesses and prisons and homeless shelters and boardrooms, and it can become a performance. It can be, something children can do too. So I find that it really helps us to drop in to really access the immense amount of wisdom that our bodies carry, that we're often cut off from because we're so carried away by our minds, and our culture gives so much emphasis to the intellect versus to the physical experience. Mm-hmm. So we disconnect, we get alienated from our physical truth. And so InterPlay helps us to really feel into that. So one of the things you just did is so beautiful, is a really important practice in InterPlay, which is to take a deep breath and let it out with a sigh. So let's do that together. So we'll breathe in. And just let yourself really make some noise if you like as you breathe out. Do that again. So we take in a lot, which is important, and sometimes it's hard to release. So just sighing as we exhale can really help to release. Another thing we do in InterPlay is we shake. So I'm going to invite you to shake out an arm, and shake out another arm, and shake out a leg, and shake out another leg. Good. And let's see, we'll shake out our voices. Very good. And oh, we have to shake out what we're sitting on. So give your tush a shake. And let's take another deep breath and let it out with a sigh. Wonderful. And then I'm going to invite you to moosh your face around. Just kind of give your face a rub. And your scalp. And your ears. And then let's just check in with the rest of our skin. So we're going to really just feel all of our skin on the back, our bottom, our thighs, our legs, our feet. Great. And then take a deep breath and let it out with a sigh. And just notice what's there in the body as you connect with it in this way. So I'm going to invite you to do an interplay form now, which is moving. It's called a one-hand dance. So we're just going to be moving one hand. The best way I find, well, I prefer to do this lying down, but you can do it seated or even standing if your body's not comfortable lying or sitting. But if you're comfortable lying, go ahead and find a comfortable position on the bed or on the floor. You can lie on a mat or find a comfortable seated position. So I'm gonna invite you now just to make, just for about 30 seconds, just make smooth movements with one hand. Smooth movements. Just let yourself explore whatever your hand wants to do with smooth movements. And now making smooth and fast movements. Good. And now jerky movements. And jerky and slow. Good. And now make a shape. And make another shape. And another shape. And another shape. And now make contact with your body or the floor or what's around you. And move to another point of contact. And another. And another. And now explore your range of motion. Just move your hand as far as you can in all directions. Just explore how much space you have. Also even behind you or underneath you if you're lying down. Great. And let your arm rest and take a deep breath and sigh. Great. So now we're going to put on some music for you. Our cameras are going to disappear, and I'm going to invite you to, for just 2 minutes, to explore all these different movements in your own time. Let a one-hand dance emerge, inspired by this music, and then we'll come back.
Flying, ya hey hi, ya hey do, over steep canyons and mountains, way away, way away. Hark, I'm your brother, ya hey hi, ya hey do. And I need to fly way away, away, way away, away, way away.
just allowing yourself to have what you just created in that experience. So just rest quietly for a moment before you shift position. And just notice what's there in your whole body, in your hand, all throughout your body. What did that create for you? What do you notice? And you're welcome to press pause here and journal your experience of what you noticed from this practice. But I'm going to invite us now into a guided meditation, so you can stay seated or lying, whatever position is comfortable for you. Just a brief meditation to connect with the body. So we'll begin by feeling where our body is making contact with the floor or with the seat that we're seated on. And allowing the body to really settle and give all of its weight up to this support. Allowing the breath to flow in and to flow out. Filling the whole body. And letting the whole body release and rest with every exhale. Letting your body give all of its weight up to the support of the earth. Just releasing through the forehead, softening there and in the jaw, and in the shoulders. And letting go of any holding in the belly or chest. Allowing a sense of settling, like a leaf fluttering to the ground, or a pebble falling to the bottom of a pond. Becoming quieter and more still. And in this place of quiet, really opening to listen to the wisdom of your body. Maybe there were many times in our lives where we didn't listen, where we didn't respect what our bodies had to say. But in this moment where we're healing that, we're undoing that by really showing up and paying attention to our bodies. Tuning in and turning inward with an attitude of curiosity, honor, respect. So this incredible, vast power and capacity that's in our body, in every cell of our body. With just one cell, we can recreate our whole body with cloning. So in every single cell, there's the wisdom of all the ages, all the DNA, all the ancestral wisdom. Just sitting with that there's trillions of these powerhouse, storehouses of wisdom throughout our whole body. We're a community of cells that carries infinite possibility information, the capacity to heal, the capacity to adapt, to learn, to grow. Just sitting back in awe of what this body is capable of. Giving it our full respect and care. Giving it space to be just the way it is, not asking it to be different than how it is. Loving it with our awake presence. Now sensing in with a real listening attentiveness. If there's any message, any teaching, any wisdom that our body would like to offer us today in this moment, that might come in any sort of way to you, as words, as images, or a color, or a sound, or a smell, or a physical sensation. So just being open as we sit here quietly for a few moments to whatever your body might offer you now by way of its wisdom. You might even ask, what do you want, body? Not what do I want, but what does the body want? See what the body wants. Maybe wants more of, or less of, or wants something new altogether. Whatever message you receive, honoring that, however you can, thanking your body for this wisdom. And just feeling again your body seated here, lying here. Feeling the air touching your skin. Feeling the clothing touching your skin. Feeling the breath flowing in and flowing out. And as we close our practice, making the intention to live more and more from this place of body wisdom, to really listen in on a regular basis to hear what it is that the body wants. Because the body never lies. This is a statement I learned in InterPlay that I really appreciate. The body never lies. We can trust the body. So let's let it be our guide. So I invite you now to slowly begin to move your hands, your fingers, your toes. You can wiggle your face around. You could take, again, one more deep inhale and sigh together. Beautiful. And if you have your journal, you're welcome to journal what you discovered in this connection with your body. It's been really lovely to be with you, and I wish you a wonderful retreat.
Thank you so much for sharing this delicious experience with us. I very much so enjoyed it.
Great.
I love how timely these messages always are for me personally, as well as I'm sure for everyone else. That felt particularly delicious. As we're wrapping up our, was there anything else you wanted to say as we're coming to a close today?
We'll include the link for the InterPlay, interplay.org, if you want to learn more. There's groups that practice all over the United States, all over the world. So if you're interested in learning more and doing a whole class, like an hour and a half or a whole weekend, or I've even taught week-long retreats of InterPlay. It's a beautiful practice. So in addition to mindfulness, I encourage you to keep exploring if it's helpful for you.
Beautiful. And I know you have a free gift as well
Yes.
for people to sign up for. I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more about that.
Sure. That's a 28-minute guided relaxation. So you can do that lying down or also seated, but it's a practice that comes from the Plum Village tradition of Thich Nhat Hanh, and I sing to you a little bit at the end, like a little lullaby. So it can help. I have a lot of friends who say they use it to help them fall asleep at night, or if they're really tired, they put it on in the day and get a good nap. You can also listen to it and stay awake, but it can help you with relaxation and sleep.
Beautiful, beautiful. I know
it's all about being with the body and expressing care and kindness to each part of the body. Yeah.
I know a lot of what we're talking about on this retreat is how to be energized, and a big part of that is actually giving ourselves the permission and the space to relax and to rest.
Yeah, that's right.
So thank you again for being with us today, Kyra Jewel, and thank you to all of you for joining us for this session today. I would love for you to come over into the Facebook group and share some of your reflections on today. You know, what did the movement that we did at the beginning of the session create for you? How did you feel after the meditation and really tuning into your body wisdom? Where did your body guide you? So come on over to the Facebook group, share that, sign up for Kyra Jewel's free gift. And yeah, thank you so much for being here with us today.